Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. On this channel, we solve quantitative aptitude questions for teachers and pupils. Alright, so today we have an example, 3 examples right here. As usual, we are going to try to use the basic mathematics signs to try to test out if we can have a pattern that is similar to the 3 examples. Alright. We can see that from the examples that the numbers are increasing. 22, 33, 49.5. All right, the second number is bigger than the first and the third is bigger than the second. All right, so it's most likely addition that was used. All right, because the increase isn't so much. So the question is, what was added to the first number to get the second number? All right, we can quickly have that by subtracting the first from the second. 33 minus 22 is 11. All right, now let's try to add 11 to 33. What are we going to get? If I add 11 to 33, the answer is 44. But 44 is still smaller than 49.5. All right, so some other number was added. How can we get that number? We can get that number by subtracting 44 from 49.5. So 49.5 minus 44 gives us 5.5. All right, so let's look at this closely and try to establish a pattern. You will notice that the difference between the first two numbers is 11, while the difference between the second and the third is 11 plus 5.5. And if you look at it closely, you will realize that 5.5 is half of 11. All right. So we can boldly say that the second number is gotten by adding the first number to half of it, while the third number is gotten from adding the second number to half of the first and a quarter of the first. All right, in this case, 33 plus half of 22, 11, plus a quarter of 22, 5.5 gives 49.5. All right, so let's see if it works with the others. In the second example, we have 8, 12, and 18. All right, half of 8 is 4. So 8 plus 4 is 12. All right. Now to get 18 from 12, from the second number to the third number, all right, we will say 12 plus 4. Remember, that's the difference you're working with. 12 plus 4, that is 16. All right. Now, 1/4 of 8 is 2. So we will say 16 plus 2 gives 18. All right. So it means the pattern works for the first two. Let's look at the last one. Now we will say 10 and 15. What's the difference? The difference is 5. So 10 plus 5 gives 15. All right. 15 plus 5 gives 20. 1/4 of 10 is 2.5. So 20 plus 2.5 gives us 22.5. So that's the pattern basically. So it is very safe to say that the second number is gotten from adding the first number to half of itself. The second number is gotten from adding the first number to half of itself, while the third number is gotten from adding the first number to half of itself, to another half of itself, and to a quarter of itself. All right, this equation explains it. All right, looking at this equation closely and simplifying further, we can safely say that the second number is the same thing as 3 divided by 2 of the first number, while the third number is the same thing as 9 divided by 4 of the first number. So that's how it is done. All right, the moment we know the first number, we can solve for the second and the third. And also, if we know the second or the third, we can always get the first number from there. All right. At this point, we're going to jump right into the exercises. Exercise 1 says 32 question mark 72. All right. What is going to be the question mark? All right. Remember that the second number is gotten from adding the first two half of itself. So half of 32 is 16. So 32 plus 16 gives 48. So in place of the question mark, we can safely write 48 as the answer. Number 2, we have question mark 96144. It means 96 is a sum of a particular number and half of itself. So how do we know what that number is? Here, the formula that we established earlier can be very helpful. Remember, we said that the second number, Sn, is the same thing as 3 over 2 of the first number. All right. Here we know the second number as 96. So we say 96 equals 3 over 2 of the first number. Okay. So 3Fn at the right hand side now is the same thing as 96 times 2. And 96 times 2 gives us 192 is 3Fn. All right, so we will divide both sides by 3 and our answer is 64. All right, the question mark there is 64. How can we check if we are correct? 64, half of it is 32. All right, and when we add 64 plus 32, we will have 96. That means that is correct. Now to exercise 3. 24 question mark 54. This is pretty straightforward. The second number is gotten from adding the first to half of it. So 24, half of 24 is 12. And 24 plus 12 is 36. That's simple and straightforward. So in place of the question mark, we will put 36. Now to the fourth exercise. Here we have 28, 42 and question mark. All right. So to get the question mark, we can say that 28, half of it is 14. All right. And a quarter of it is 7. All right. So we can say that the question mark here is 42 plus half of the first is 14 plus 7. All right. If we add that together, the answer is 63. All right. Exercise 5. Question mark 60, 90. All right. The first is not known. We know the second. We know the third. Our formula will be very helpful here. All right. So we have that 3 over 2 of the first number gives the second number. We already know that. So we can as well say that Sn here equals 3 over 2 of the first number. Remember, that's the formula. All right. The second number here is 60 equals 3 over 2 Fn. All right. So when we cross multiply, we will have that 120 equals to 3 Fn. If we divide both sides by 3, we will have that the first number, which is Fn, equals 40. All right. Now let's see if this is correct. The first number is 40. Half of 40 is 20. 40 plus 20 gives 60. All right. 60 plus 20 gives 80. Remember, a quarter of 40 is 10. And 60 plus 20 plus 10 will give 90. It means this is very correct. In place of the question mark, we will boldly put our 40. All right, so that is how it works. All right, so if you love this video, give us a thumbs up. Drop a comment in the comment section. All right, in the description box, there is a link to join our WhatsApp group where you can ask your personal questions. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel. The name is Esther Omorin. Do not forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button and share this video with your friends, with your loved ones. With everyone, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.